You're welcome back. Many thanks for staying with us. Now, the Tema Municipal Assembly is the best performing district for the second time in the 2017 Districts League table. This means of Ghana's 216 districts, Tema is relatively better in education, sanitation, water coverage, health provision, security and governance. The indicators for the yearly survey, which is now in its fourth year, UNICEF Ghana and the Center for Democratic Development Ghana, CDD, today launched Ghana's 2017 DLT with the collaboration of the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development and the Office of the Head of Local Government Service. The municipality scored 80%, being the highest, with the average national score this year being 64.7. The district in 216th place is now Krache East in the Volta region with a score of just 50.6, taking over from the North Tong district, which was last in 2016.
When these results are announced, we expect that the district will take a keen interest in what is happening in their districts. It's a social accountability tool, and all social accountability tools are meant to assess what is going on, so that the people would have an input in whatever is going on, so that together we can be able to change the situation. So where the performance was not good, in my own district, the results previously were 104. Now we are 180. It means that something fundamental has to be done with my municipality. There are areas of concern, you know. For instance, if you look at the municipalities as against the districts, the general picture is that the municipalities were not doing too good. And if you want to use some of the indicators, sanitation, that is where we have the most critical problem, that the districts are not doing too well. But the challenge is that a lot more now has to be done, because I don't believe this tool is assessing how many schools we had last year and how many do we have this year, right? We are looking at the outcomes. For instance, education, what is the BEC results like? And that one, as I believe you know, is a factor of infrastructure. It's in fact a factor of the human resources, the teachers that we have, supply situation and all those things. But for policy basis, it's useful to us because it points out the shortcomings that we have and points the way forward for our development.
Sarah Haig is head of policy at UNICEF. She's also been speaking.
We do this with a very simple index, and then we can rank all of the districts from the district in first place down to the district in bottom place. And I put there that national development is, of course, a responsibility of all. It's not just the local level, as we emphasized earlier, it's also the central level as well. So why do we do it? What are the objectives? The main objective, as has been stated, is to increase social accountability for development in Ghana. And we do this by, as I said, tracking development levels across the entire country, and then increasing the transparency of information, getting that information out to people.
Now, that report has followed a year of research, led by the Center for Democratic Development. Dr. Franklin Odro is with the center.
The purpose of the national launch, as we are witnessing today, and the follow-up regional and district engagements, is simply to support an attempt to foster a national conversation about the state and progress of human and social development in Ghana. In other words, the well-being of citizens wherever you are. So even though we focus on districts, or we say district table, it's about the well-being of citizens wherever you find yourself. Evidence from the league table continues to show disparities and inequities in service delivery and development level across Ghana's 216 districts. At least across the last 3 reports, 2014, 2015, 2016, we find that close to half of our districts have scored below the national average in social service provision and development outcomes. What is worse is that we have also seen that continuously the top-ranked districts are doing twice better than the bottom-ranked districts in terms of development outcomes. This profile of the states and progress in the provision and access to basic social service and the impact of development outcomes for citizens raises grave concerns and challenges Ghana's commitment to ensure no one is left behind in the development process as preached by the UN Agenda 2030, the Sustainable Development Goals.